It's early, sweetheart.
Gotta go to work.
But it's Saturday.
I know. I gotta get the drawings done for that presentation by Monday or Bob's gonna have my head. I'm out of pills.
I'll get more this afternoon. How bad was it?
Usual.
Maybe you should take the day off and get some rest.
I can't. You know I can't.
John.
Please.
You know I love you, John.
I know.
You're shutting down, John, and
I gotta get to work.
Good morning, John Smith. My name is Moses, and we need to talk.
Maybe some other time.
This is important.
Do I know you? How do you know my name?
I know everything there is to know about you. I know where you live, I know where you work. I know that your first girlfriend's name was Lori Powell, and that you once had a dog named Roger.
A joke or something?
I'm afraid there's been a terrible mistake, John. A clerical error, actually. It's kind of embarrassing, but this system was designed to make things easier, but in your case, I'm afraid it's made things rather difficult.
What? What are you talking about?
This will all be much easier for you to understand if you'll just come with me.
Hello, Mr. Smith.
This is central processing. Just sit down, Mr. Smith. I'll explain everything in a minute.
What happened to you?
What do you mean?
Well, I got hit by a bus. Wasn't watching where I was going.
Would you like something to drink?
Where am I?
Moses will explain it all to you. You sure you don't want something?
Just answers.
Poor thing.
Who?
Mr. Smith.
Well, Mr. Smith has been in limbo for 4 years. That's enough to damage anyone's perspective.
Don't you remember what it was like?
What?
To be alive.
Okay. Everything will be ready in a few minutes.
Who are you? Who are these people?
That's Mary, the receptionist. I'm Moses, your caseworker, and these people are just like you.
What does that mean?
You're dead, John.
Must be having a nervous breakdown.
John, 4 years ago, you took your own life.
Bullshit.
I know this is hard for you to accept, but as your caseworker, it's my responsibility to help you understand what's happening.
Caseworker?
There are about 10 of us. We help facilitate the transfer of what you call souls from one existence to the next.
Another life? You mean like heaven?
Not heaven exactly. When a soul ends one life, it's transferred to a new life.
Like reincarnation?
Reincarnation would be a much more accurate term. Actually, you'd be surprised at how many different forms of existence there are.
But what about all that stuff about, being good so you can get into heaven? That was all a crock.
No, the quality of your new life is determined by the deeds in your previous life. If you were a rotten individual, the new existence will reflect that.
So why all this bureaucracy then? Why doesn't God just take care of it all?
The concept of death is so vastly misunderstood by the human race. God got the whole ball rolling, but life is a chaotic series of events. In the beginning, it was easy moving souls around, but as species grew and expanded, souls started arriving at an alarming rate. There's quite a bit of congestion. Some souls got misplaced. God had trouble handling all of the flow alone, so this system was developed.
He's God. He can do anything.
Another misconception.
If the system was developed to prevent mistakes, what happened with me?
Well, no system is perfect. We've misplaced a file or two in the past, you know, at times of heavy flow, natural disasters, wars, plagues, that sort of thing. But we've always recovered them fairly quickly. For some reason, your file was lost and stayed lost for 4 years, so you've continued your existence in the White Zone.
White Zone.
That's what we call it around here. Death is best dealt with when people are eased into it, but because life is so chaotic, sometimes death is a surprise and souls become disoriented and very confused. The White Zone was a place that's developed out of a person's subconscious, where they can be comfortable and where things are familiar, and where caseworkers can approach them to acclimate them to the idea of their own death.
None of it's real.
No, John, none of it is real.
My wife.
Your wife is wholly manufactured from your subconscious. In fact, everything you've experienced since your death 4 years ago has been a figment of your own imagination.
What happens next?
Well, once Mary's done processing your file, you go through that door.
What's on the other side?
Well, it varies from person to person. It's never the same.
Is it dangerous?
It can be, or it could be better than anything you've ever known. You have to go through the door to find out.
Mr. Smith, my name is Mohammed. I'm the office manager here. On behalf of God and the entire office staff, I'd like to apologize for the mistake with your file. I know nothing could be said to make up for the pain and problems this has caused you, but be assured that we're doing everything we can to make sure such an occurrence will not happen again.
Okay.
As such, we've been authorized by the Almighty to give you a choice. You can either pass through to the next plane, as you were supposed to, or be put back into the White Zone to live out the remainder of your life.
You mean I can go
That's
back?
not a good idea, John.
Yes, you will be allowed to live out the remainder of your life without further interruption. Any memory of this event will be completely erased. After a few decades, we'll come and collect you. Consider it a token of regret for a horrible error.
Sir, if I may,
This has come down from the top dog, Moses. That should be enough for you.
I'd like to go back.
Very well, then. Moses here will take you back and settle anything that may remain.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you very much.
John, reconsider this.
this has all been too much. I just want to be home with my wife.
She's not real. None of this is real.
I don't care. Besides, your boss said I'm not going to know the difference.
It's true. You won't remember our meeting. You won't remember that you're dead. But
That's
eventually...
enough. Just send me back. Leave me alone.
How does your head feel, John? Doesn't it still ache? Sometimes the recently deceased suppress things and suffer side effects in the White Zone. Headaches. Your subconscious mind is struggling to remember your death. But consciously, you keep pushing that memory away. Consciously pushing the memory of your death away. Pushing the memory of your death. The memory of your death. Consciously keep pushing that memory. Pushing the memory of your death.
is this? She was killed. She was stabbed by some crack addict. She was my life. Susan.
I'm so sorry, John. I just cannot keep doing this. I can't keep watching you waste away. You could do so much more.
I have to go.
Please stay home today.
I can't. Not today. I promise things will be different.
Really?
I swear. I won't let you down. Time to go.
I love you.
Love you too. Thank you.
For what?
For helping me understand the truth.
I was just doing my job. Besides, you helped me to remember something.
What?
What it meant to be alive.
Suppose there's any chance I might see her on the other side.
Anything is possible, Johnson.
It starts closing in. It's alright, okay. Life is just a silly game. Put it all aside, away. Alright. Okay, moving on. Bless the place you came from, keeping strong. Try like hell to let it started.